Growing up black in the UK is a very interesting experience. From white people touching your hair like you're some endangered species.
Put the H on it to emphasize it's nigga. That, you know, nigga this, nigga please, nigga, can you lend a nigga a pencil?
Or black people claiming you're not black because you don't act a certain type of way.
African is a privilege, you damn coons. To be an African is a privilege, you damn coons.
Like, I went to a predominantly black high school where you had different types of black people. You had the Jamaicans.
Wagwan family, you know what we're cooking? Curry goat. And before you start asking her, don't ask where the goat come from.
The Nigerians. The Ghanaians.
Go and ask your grandfather.
And last, but certainly not least, you had the Somalis.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
You see, all these groups were trying to one-up each other in some sort of fashion, trying to prove who was the supreme black race. I mean, damn, even some of the teachers got in on some of the fun, you may say.
Chris is a crack baby. The mother's a little delusional. Her brain is addled by years of drug abuse and cheap wine spodioti. She's actually convinced herself that she has a husband who works 2 jobs and that they own a house in the ghetto. You can't believe a word she says.
Yeah, that can never happen nowadays due to our social climate. But whether you agree or disagree on what the difference between banter and what is straight up offensive, it's not the point of this video. Actually, I don't know why I'm even making this video. But anyways, I will continue. Now, everybody in high school had their own cliques. You had your roadmen.
Lad, are you dumb? Are you getting rude to man?
You had your nerds. You had the gallists. And of course, you had the stush girls. So let's start with the roadmen. Ah yes, the roadmen. The greatest of the human subspecies. These guys were almost the pinnacle of high school life. They were either the best footballers you've ever seen, or they couldn't kick a football 5 yards if you held a gun to their head.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
Like legit, some of these guys could have made it to pro. But unfortunately, since some of these guys breathe in weed than actual oxygen.
What's up? What's up? What's up? How you feeling, man? I'm pretty lucky. Say what? I'm fine. I'm pretty bad.
Nothing ever came of it. Also, these guys tended to lack certain cognitive abilities, if you know what I mean. Like, yes, if you look into their eyes, there's nothing behind them. Sometimes you could be just walking down the hallway and out of nowhere they'll just bang on the wall like we're in Arkham Asylum from Batman. Also, a lot of these guys used to sell sweets and drinks in school. And the way they used to fight over territory like they were in Top Boy was really kind of cringe. Like, I remember when I got into a confrontation with one of the guys because I was selling one of his products. It was fucking stupid when I look back on it. The nerds. These were the people that spent their entire life studying. Like, I remember one time this guy got like an A on his test, but had like a mental breakdown because he didn't get an A star. Like, legit, it was that deep for him.
Okay, calm down, bro.
Bro, like, chill. You did better than most people. I don't even remember if I passed that test or not. Now, you may be thinking that I'm hating, but no, some of these guys were some of the most pretentious people ever. They would look down upon you just because you scored a low grade, or they would make their whole personality about being smarter than everyone else, which was really irritating to deal with. It was like they got some sort of sadistic glee out of someone else's failing. The Gallists. The Gallists were basically the F-boys, because they had no problem attracting women. They had the looks, the confidence, the charisma, the best clothes, the best trims. They had everything going for them. Anytime any of these guys walked into the classroom, all the girls fawned over them because they were just that guy. They were literally him. The Stush Girls. Some of these girls were some of the most jarring people you could ever be with. They pretended as if they were better than everyone else, even though they weren't all that. The irony is that some of these girls used to be free community service, if you know what I mean. I mean, some of these girls have a higher body count than prime Joseph Stalin. Now, let's add a bonus category. The teachers. So, the teachers were usually a mixed bag, where you had teachers that kept it solely professional, and then you had others that shouldn't be allowed nowhere near kids.
I think Chris is a crack baby. The mother's a little delusional. Her brain is addled by years of drug abuse and cheap wine spodioti. She's actually convinced herself that she has a husband who works 2 jobs and that they own a house in the ghetto.
What did he say?
Racism, inappropriate behavior, discrimination, you name it. Like, I remember my music teacher used to come and drink all the time. Like, you could literally walk into the classroom and you could just smell the stench of alcohol. It was that bad. He eventually got fired, but it was just hilarious watching this guy tumble over trying to teach us a lesson whilst in his drunken state. And of course, the racist jokes that were exchanged by the teachers and students. I remember when my form tutor said that Somalis have a hive mind because they're always hanging out with one another. And I was like, bro, how has this guy not been fired yet? Also, I had a teacher that allegedly was caught watching porn during work hours. So, yeah, I went to a very interesting school. But anyways, that's all I have for today. See ya whenever. I have a crappy schedule anyway.